Hey, thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to start a new little series called Locksmith Story Time. And what we'll do on this basically is I'll talk about, a certain situation that I've had to deal with, certain encounter, or either an encounter that I've experienced or one of my employees are experienced, or one of my somebody in the trade that I know maybe has experienced. So let's start with the craziest one I've had that I could think of right away. It's the first story I always think of. This one's really weird, okay? It's really weird specifically because one of the things that happened in this story, I didn't believe actually before until it happened to me. I didn't believe in it. Like, if people told me things before, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Well, something crazy happened to me in this. And this is when I worked for another company when I was learning the trade. So it was in probably my first 2 to 3 years of being a locksmith. So here in the Houston area, and I'm not great at telling stories, so I'll just try to make it as entertaining as I can, but it's pretty naturally entertaining. So I get sent to this job. I'm in an F-150 with like this camper on the back. I pull up to the job. I'm supposed to go open the house, gain entry into it, rekey it. There's nobody on site. Okay, no one's supposed to be on site either. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I do this all the time, right? Not a big deal. Walk up to the house. Go to there's like a screen door, open the screen door, and then I see right there in the window, I was just about to start picking the lock, and it says, "This house is protected by a legion of demons." That's exactly what it said on that sticker. And I was like, wow, okay. I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, okay, whatever. A little weird to have that sticker on your window, but okay, is what it is. So pick the lock, couldn't get it, go back and forth, pick it for a while. It took me like 10, 15 minutes. I finally get in the house. I picked it open. I opened the front door. Actually, you know what? Wrong, that's not what happened. Sorry. Like I said, I'm trying to pull this story out of my head, so this is not what happened. I was not able to pick the door. That's what happened. Or I think I picked it and there was like another lock or something locked that I couldn't see, like a renter's bolt or a slide bolt or something like that. So I did pick the lock. I didn't get in that way. And what I ended up doing is, I'm like, well, I got to get in this house, right? I was like, well, maybe there's a back door. I can pick the door in the back door, or get in or whatever. Well, the back door is a sliding glass door. I didn't know this at the time. So I get my lock picks, I get everything I need. I start walking, there's a little side gate, to the house, a little fence. You press down the thumb, pull it open, lock it behind you. I start walking up the side of the fence. There's a fence right here, and then the house is on this side. And I'm walking down, and I see right over here on the fence, there is a cat. And the cat is hanging dead from the fence. Like someone wrapped the head in a noose, hung the cat, and put it on the fence and left it there to die. I'm a big animal lover, so did not like seeing that at all. I'm sure most people wouldn't like seeing that. Anyway, so there's a dead cat hung up on the fence. It's sad. You can tell that they tortured this cat and they put it on the fence. So anyway, besides that, I walk on and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I just keep walking on. I go to the back door. It's a sliding glass door. Well, I can't get in that one because I have the brace thing down, right? So it doesn't matter if I pick the lock, I'm not getting in. So I go around, and fortunately there's a window open. It's like about up here though, and it's about that big. So I had to kind of like step stool up and jump on in and get in the window. So I get in the window and I'm like in a bedroom. And there's like stuff all over, scattered books, scattered papers, little plastic bins and things like that. And they're all over the place. So I walk through the bedroom, walk through the house, look at the living room, a bunch of shit everywhere. Sorry. Oh, this is YouTube, I can do what I want. So anyway, see all that stuff. So my job is to rekey the house, right? So go to the front door, open the door, take the locks off. I said, all right, let me go around. I saw a side door on the side of the house. It had a deadbolt and a knob. Like it was a side door into their garage, but you had to go like through the gate on the side, down the side of the house. There was a door, and I passed that door up and kept going down, and that's where the cat was. So now I'm back in the house, and I got the stuff out the front door. So I go around in the kitchen, and then through the kitchen, there's the garage. So go through the kitchen, and there's a garage door there. It's unlocked. I'm on the inside, so I open the door. And it's pitch black. Get my cell phone out, because there's no power in this building. It's this house. It's a one-story house. So I turn on my flashlight, boom, put it up inside the garage. What do you know? The whole garage on the inside is painted black. Okay, it's not just plain black, it's black with, you know, there's like, I don't know because I'm not a demonic person, but there was some like, you know, there's anarchy stuff, there's this satanic star thing with a circle, I can't remember exactly what it was, pentagram, all that kind of stuff, like on neon kind of like painting, like neon stuff around. So that probably when you put a black light, it just pops, right? So I can see in my flashlight, you know, what it looks like. And now I'm starting to feel uncomfortable, right? Because I'm like, okay, why is all this stuff that says the house is protected by a legion of demons, and I'm here in the garage and I'm seeing all this really demonic, scary kind of crap. So I'm like, all right, well, let me just get this door. Remember the side door to the house, come in, flip the lock, open the door. And now I can peek out the side of the house and see the cat hanging on the fence down the side. Take those locks off. Actually, I called the office at that point. I'm like, man, this is making me feel a little weird at this place. I was like, this is the stickers on the front door. This is what I saw in the garage. This is crazy, right? They're like, all right, man, you know, just get it knocked out. All right, no problem. Lock the door back. Well, I mean, I close the door. I take all the locks with me, and then I go to the truck and I rekey it. So I've got all my locks. Went back to the truck. I'm in there, I'm rekeying all my locks. Everything's fine. Finish rekeying, grab my stuff, the locks, right? My keys and everything, and I walk back to the front door, put it back on the front door. Let's see, I went around, I'm trying to remember exactly how this happened. I went to the front door, I put all my locks back on the front door. Then I walk in, and it's like a little small, short hallway, maybe 8 feet, something like that. And then right into the living room, right? So I put those locks on and I walk to the living room, and I'm gonna go turn and I'm gonna go through the kitchen, and I was gonna go put the locks back on the interior garage door for the kitchen into the garage. And then I was gonna do the one on the outside of the garage door, and then I would have been done. But what happened, and this is where it gets really weird. So as I go in the living room, I walk in the living room and I look up, and literally all the trash that was on the floor is nicely piled all along the walls. So these plastic bins full of stuff, junk, books, a lot of books, and some clothes and stuff. But it was like someone grabbed everything in the house, stacked them real nice and neat all along the walls of the whole living room. That was not like that prior. Nobody's around, okay? There's nobody around, like at all. I didn't see one person the whole job. So now I'm a little freaked out. So I'm going, I didn't move those things, and I didn't see anybody go in here. I've been right there the whole time. Nobody's been here. So at this point, I'm getting a little nervous. So I call the office, I'm like, hey, you're not gonna believe what's happened. You know, blah, 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 blah. Regardless, I still gotta lock the doors, right? So I'm freaked out now. And now I gotta go back into, you know, Satan's corner in the garage. So I go back to the garage and put back on the locks and put back on the exterior door. Fortunately, nothing happens to me. I just feel really weird the whole time, like just weird. All right, I don't know how to explain it, but just like presence, someone watching me or something, or maybe me thinking someone's watching me. I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts, really. I'm not a ghost story guy. I'm not a, you know, I make fun of that stuff. But when you see something like that, it makes you double think it makes you make changes to your opinion and your beliefs a little bit. So anyway, finished up, got done, no one was there, locked the door. As I'm locking the door, I see the sticker again, and I'm just like, don't enter this home for anything. This is insane what happened. A cat hung on the gate, sticker talking about the demons protecting the house, the garage all painted and to worship demonic stuff, and then all the stuff in the house getting moved, placed nice and neatly, piled all on the walls. When I was only in the car for 15 minutes, right? I don't even think it would have been possible to clean up all the stuff they did in 15 minutes if you had like 3 or 4 guys. It was just too much stuff to be done that quickly and that neatly. It was just really weird. So that's the end of the story. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a true story. Happened probably somewhere in 2009, probably a year before I started this company. So I still know where that house is. I know where the road is and everything because it kind of etches a spot in your head and stays there permanently. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that story. We'll make little short things like this where I'll explain little stories that happen. I don't know if I'll ever be able to top that story. That's a pretty good one, but I have some other funny stories and weird experiences that I can share. And as I remember them, I'll start writing them down so that I can share these through this Locksmith Story episode. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the story. Thanks for all your support like usual. Please follow us on our Guardian Safe and Lock YouTube channel, our Guardian Approved YouTube channel, and of course this one, our UDROPRENEUR channel. Thanks for following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We appreciate everyone that supports us, and thanks for tuning in.